Philippines doesn't necessarily mean to say that the Philippine criminals were behind it. There was speculation, and I have to emphasise, it was speculation that North Korea might be involved, and there was moves to try to disconnect North Korea from the SWIFT network. But as I say, very speculative.
Andrew Wood, thank you. He's joined us from Hong Kong. A historic Byzantine cathedral in Istanbul, it's quite well known, it's called the Hagia Sophia, has endured a multiple makeover. Built in the 6th century as an Orthodox basilica, it was turned into a mosque after Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire, and now became a museum before crowds called for it to be restored as a Muslim place of worship, in a move that caused tensions both in Turkey and abroad. Let's speak now to Aykan Erdemir, who is a former Turkish MP. Thank you so much for joining us. So why is this being discussed now?
Actually, Hagia Sophia is scene of annual rallies by crowds demanding the conversion of the museum back into a mosque. And each year, on May 29th, there's this annual celebration of the conquest of Istanbul, which also coincides with the rallies for the conversion of the monument. And now this year, since the Islamic calendar, moves 19 days each year, the May 29th celebration came shortly before the beginning of the Ramadan. So when the two calendars kind of coincided, it was opportune moment for Turkey's ruling Islamist-based AKP party to kind of move forward with this agenda. And for the next 29 days, there will be recitation of Quran within the Hagia Sophia, and this recitation will be broadcasted on public television. And this will be a major victory, I guess, for Turkey's government in terms of appeasing its own Islamist base.
This agenda, as you call it, do you support it?
No, because Hagia Sophia, as you know, has multiple religious heritages. And I think the museum solution that was brought in by the early Republican regime, it was a good one because rather than prioritizing either the Muslims or the Christians, it was a symbol of equal citizenship. That is, all of Turkey's faith communities would have equal access to this monument.
I mean, you call it a symbol of equal citizenship, but Turkey is, to all intents and purposes, it might be secular, but it is a Muslim nation.
It is a Muslim majority nation, but it is constitutionally a secular state. And Turkey's Greek Orthodox citizens are no lesser than Turkey's Muslim citizens. So the idea of the early Republican project was to make sure that no citizen feels lesser than the other.
Do Greek Orthodox citizens want to worship in the Hagia Sophia?
Both some members of Turkey's Greek Orthodox community and members of the global Greek Orthodox community do have demands as well. So if Turkey is to honor only the wishes of Muslim citizens to worship in Hagia Sophia, but exclude Greek Orthodox citizens, this again would bring in some sort of asymmetry, some sort of domination. So I think if Turkey is going to allow some religious services, then it should be carried forward on an equal basis. But we, of course, have to keep in mind that there are serious conservation issues, meaning this is a very old monument, and there can only be restricted access for use as an active worship hall. So I think this should not solely be a decision of the Turkish government, but it should be carried out in consultation with experts.
And then what is the international community saying about this?
Now, the latest decision was immediately protested by the Greek Foreign Ministry, which condemned the move because I think they were seeing this as Turkey's slow progression towards fully converting the museum back into a mosque. And I was recently in Chicago attending an event organized by the local Greek Orthodox community, and they were equally be concerned about what was happening in Turkey around Hagia Sophia. Especially, I think that the world community is concerned that Hagia Sophia is now a political pawn in Turkey's ruling AKP's kind of campaign to push for a more both a blend of nationalist and Islamist agenda. And people believe that Hagia Sophia should not really be used as a pawn in such kind of quotidian polemics.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. That's the former Turkish MP Aykan Erdemir on the potential, about plans to turn the Hagia Sophia into a Muslim place of worship. And actually, it is quite a fine monument.
Magnificent. And it's a move that's causing tensions, both in Turkey and abroad, particularly in Greece. Aykan Erdemir is a former Turkish MP.
Hagia Sophia was turned into a museum more than 80 years ago. And right from the very start, this transformation into a museum was not welcomed by Turkey's religious conservative circles. And especially beginning with the 1950s, Hagia Sophia turned into a kind of a key symbol of Turkey's Islamist mobilization. So each year, with the May 29th celebrations of the conquest of Constantinople, there were rallies demanding the conversion of Hagia Sophia Museum back into a mosque to honor Mehmet II, the conqueror's will of transforming it into a mosque right after conquest.
Right, so this has been going on for a while.
Yes.
Has it become more intense? How have governments, as governments have changed, presumably attitudes towards the demonstrations have changed as well?
Yes, I think the rallies are both getting bigger and getting more visible. But what has really changed is since 2002, Turkey is ruled by an Islamist-rooted party. So the conservative circles demanding the conversion of the museum into a mosque now believe that there is a government that is friendly to such demands.
So we see it being broadcast on TV. Is that a change as well? The broadcasting of readings of the Quran, which is being planned, that kind of thing.
The recitation of Quran happened for the first time only last year, and it was on the occasion of the launching of an exhibition. But this year, something is different because for 29 consecutive days during the month of Ramadan, there will be Quranic recitation and it will be broadcast on public TV. So this is, in fact, I think the Turkey's government's attempt to kind of appease the Islamist base.
Aykan Erdemir, former Turkish MP, now at a think tank in Washington.